Thanks for joining us today.
We are going to review a movie that we just saw in our, what we call the welfare theater, the $1.50 theater in our mall. And then we just purchased on Blu-ray.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun.
Insidious. So we first heard about this movie through one of James's friends.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy. And we looked for it. It never came to our major big theaters. And so we finally saw that it was at our mall theater and went the very next night.
Yep. And if you're like us, you have no idea what Insidious is about, so we're going to try to describe it a little bit for you.
First off, it is a horror movie, so if you guys don't like horror movies, you don't want to see this film. Basically, it's about a family, as a lot
of them are.
Horror movies start out, and they've moved into a new house, and something goes terribly awry with one of the sons, and he goes into a coma.
Right.
Things happen, Mama sees stuff, Mama hears stuff, Mama says, we got to go.
And go they go.
And go they go. And they move into a new house where Mama keeps seeing stuff some more.
Yeah.
And says there's something else going on here. That's not just a house haunting. It's something else. So the dad's mom calls in one of her good friends. And that good friend tells her, it's not the house, it's your son. Cue the dun dun dun.
Yep.
So of course they
have to fix it.
Yes.
Get rid of the evil ghost.
Ghostess. One, the main one being the lipstick demon.
There's a reason they call him that. But you'll probably think of him as Darth Maul.
Yes, he looks very, very similar to Darth Maul. And creepy as hell. Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm not much of one to jump or scream unless clowns or ventriloquism puppets are involved. And I actually jumped several times and screamed out once. So, yeah.
Alright, well that's a quick overview of it.
So with it being a horror movie, it was made by the makers of Paranormal Activity. Don't groan yet. Don't groan yet. And the makers of the original Saw. So just a quick thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
For those of you who do not want to watch the video further for the spoilers.
Right.
So if you love horror movies, you love the Saw series,
you like Exorcists.
Yeah, Exorcist, haunted house movies, save for Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, except for that one.
You will absolutely love this movie.
I like it. Go see it.
Go see it.
It's awesome. The rest of this review contains spoilers.
So if you've stuck around for this part of the video, you've either seen the movie
or you don't mind major spoilers.
Yeah. So we wanted to talk more about what we liked, what we didn't like.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. The scares were really good. Yeah. And like I said earlier, I'm not one to generally jump or scream in a horror movie. I think I've been a bit too desensitized watching things like Saw that it takes a bit to make me jump. And the first kind of big scare that you get, I literally jumped back in my seat and screamed. And
she sure
this
did.
one laughed.
And I laughed at her.
But you know what? He was probably the only one in the theater who actually didn't jump and scream.
Yeah.
So I don't feel so bad.
Everybody screamed. Except me.
He screamed inside.
Sure.
Sure. Ghosts and spirits.
They're all well done.
Were very well done. Very creepy. I like it's your kind of typical haunted house story, but it definitely throws in twists and turns, and
It's got to keep you on your toes.
yeah, and you never bored. You know, going, this is almost over. It was like, oh my God, what's about to happen next?
Yeah. On the edge of your seat.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think there was very much that I didn't like
I know, same here.
about it. It was an awesome movie.
It was an awesome movie.
Yeah, I actually told him because I had to come home to a dark house that I was going to see all these like spirit faces, and especially the Darth Maul looking thing while I was trying to get to my here
Yeah.
into the safety of light.
Yeah, they didn't like light too much.
Yeah, they didn't like, the spirits didn't like the light. It had a little bit of comedy mixed in there too, with two of the investigators.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
One being one of the writers of this movie and of Saw.
And he played Adam in Saw also.
Yeah, he played Adam in Saw, and we were shot on the DVD, well, Blu-ray. We watched the extra bits and pieces, and we were shocked to find out he was British.
Yes.
But him and the other gentleman that played the investigators provided a little comedic relief in between them scaring the bejesus out of you.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
So many. I don't know. I think the little child spirit in the second house dancing around to tiptoe through the tulips was especially frightening.
Okay, sure. I thought that was funny.
But I think the part where the mom hears the voice on the baby monitor and then goes running upstairs, that was like your first big scare. Was because you're expecting it, but you're not expecting it. If that makes any sense. Like, you know something's going to happen, but when it happens, it's like you don't think that, you think, oh, they just set you up
Right.
for a scare and they're not going to scare you, and then it's like, oh, yes, we are. What's your favorite part?
I think mine is when the dad's mom is talking to them about how she had a dream, and she went into the house, and she went into the boy's bedroom, and standing in the corner was this demon, except you can't actually see any of the demon, just these long, creepy hands that point, and she asked him, what do you want? And he just
Points to the kid.
yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
And, like, the bones creak. And,
Yeah.
oh,
That was good.
yeah, that was good. Creepy.
See, they even got a picture of it on the back.
Okay, so we've talked about our favorite parts of the movie, what scared me the most,
And just what I
and
liked
what
the most.
he liked the most. But we have to say that the crowd reaction
That was the best part.
was some of the best part. The whole kind of concept of the movie is that you can astral project while you're asleep. And it's a genetic thing kind of passed down from, in this case, from father to son. And the whole thing is these spirits realize that there's an empty body, so to speak, and they try to inhabit the body.
Right.
And the father astral projects to go find the son
Bring him back, right?
and bring him back, and the boy gets back, and he's still dealing with this one old lady spirit that has been haunting him since he was a kid. And the lady, there's a lady
in the
somewhere in the theater, and went, "Bitch, you better get back to your body."
About everybody in the theater peed themselves laughing.
It was hilarious.
It's great. It was perfect timing because everyone's on the edge of their seat waiting to see what's going to happen. Everyone's quiet, and that's what you hear. Oh, man.
And of course the screams and the jumps, you know, because you
That
can
was all
tell
good
that
too,
everybody
but
jumps. But
nothing beats that woman shouting.
bitch, you better get back to your body.
Oh, man.
Oh wait, and the couple that were sitting in front of us, there's a part where the
friend of the mother.
Right, the expert.
The exorcist type person.
Exorcist person. Is talking about the different type of demons. She's explaining the astral projection and everything. And she says that this one, the lipstick Darth Maul demon one, is an insidious demon. And the couple in front of us goes, that's the name of the movie.
Some more stuff. This is probably what Paranormal Activity should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. This stuff was happening pretty
All
much
the time.
all the time. It wasn't like
time.
Paranormal Activity where it's like one thing happens 20 minutes into the movie and then you go 20 minutes of nothing.
And then
Yeah.
one
You
like
get bored,
cabinet
fall
opens.
asleep. Yeah. This.
It was constant, and like I said, the spirits were really well done, and the father going into what they called the further
To retrieve the son.
was really creepy. Yeah. Meeting up with his family, where I guess from the setup that one of the daughters shot like her entire family, and all of their spirits were caught in this further, and they were really
reliving the event, kind of.
Yeah, kind of constantly reliving the event, like a residual, like a residual type haunt.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good. I mean, the makeup, the setup, I mean, everything.
It was all really good.
Was really well done.
I don't understand how we didn't ever hear anything about this movie.
I know. And, you know, I know that horror movies typically don't get as much advertisement or whatever as, you know, like a mainstream.
But you'd think we'd still see commercials for it.
But, oh my God, I cannot, this was such a sleeper film. I mean, if it hadn't been for Andy,
yeah, we would have never.
We'd have never even heard of it. We wouldn't have even gone to see it at the mall because we wouldn't have known what it was or if it was any good. And oh man! And in fact, when I told one of the guys that I worked with that I was going to go see it, he was like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "That was so good." He was like, "If you love horror movies,
gotta go see it.
It's a good movie." And it was.
It was a very good movie.
Best $3 we spent on a movie.
Something else that's kind of shocking about this film is it's only rated PG-13.
Yeah. And I'm usually one, and I didn't even notice that when we went to go see it at the mall. But I'm usually one that if a horror movie comes out and it's like PG-13, I'm like, yeah,
it's
this
usually
is
not
going to
any good.
suck.
Yeah.
The only other movie I think that I have that was a horror movie that was rated PG-13 that actually was creepy was The Skeleton Key with Kate Hudson.
It was a good movie too.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. But this one, oh my God. I mean, I really thought that I was going to have trouble sleeping because the spirits were done so well that like their faces and everything stay with you. Or at least
well, with her anyway.
Mr. Macho over here. But if one of them had been inspired, he might have thought differently.
Maybe.
But actually, I was okay. I didn't like freak out too bad when I got home. But it definitely stays with you.
It's definitely a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, we actually, we went to the theater to see it on Monday, and the very next day was when they released it on Blu-ray, and we bought it on Blu-ray.
Yep.
And like,
I watched it again.
And watched it again, and watched we watched all the extra footage stuff first, and then decided that we wanted to watch it again.
It's really good.
Really good movie.
Anything else we should mention, you think?
Just be prepared to jump.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching this part of the review, you've already seen it, or we've just ruined it all for you.
Right.
But take your friend.
But take your friend who hasn't seen it yet.
Make them jump.
Oh my God. Especially one that isn't a big horror movie
Oh yeah,
buff.
they'll have nightmares for weeks.
Now, if somebody came to me and said, I saw Insidious and I couldn't sleep for a week, I'd believe them. Not Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity is a cartoon compared to this, okay?
That's a good way to put it.
It really, this is what Paranormal Activity should be.
This is where it's at, right here. We need more movies like this.
Yes. And original, I mean, it
borrowed stuff from...
It borrowed stuff from, it's kind of Poltergeist meets Paranormal Activity meets Exorcist type, but they did it in a way that you didn't feel like you were watching the same thing over and over. Yeah. So it's well good. Done.
Yes.
Tiptoe through the lips.
Oh, Lord.
Creepy.
I guess speaking of the sound, there really wasn't any music. Not really.
Not really. Every now, you get like a little bit of that ominous, like something's about to happen type music, but
for the most part,
it was straight dialogue.
Yeah, I think that helped.
Yeah, definitely kept you in the moment, and that is so creepy.
And, I guess that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
If you are not sure about watching it, Redbox it.
It's $1.
It's $1.
Maybe
but
less.
I guarantee you Redbox it and watch it, you're going to go, you know what? I'm going to return it to Redbox and I'm going to go buy it.
Take up the copy.
Yeah. Especially if you're a horror movie fan.
Yeah, especially. All right.
Ooh, and wasn't there even like a creepy doll somewhere in there? And I was like, really?
In the lipstick dude's lair. Yeah.
Oh, and you got to watch out for Billy.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Saw fan.
You
got to find Billy. He's in that movie.
Leave us a comment below.
If you found him.
And tell us where he was.
Yeah. We'll know.
And we'll know whether you're telling the truth. Because I saw him right offhand. So that's our review for Insidious.
Awesome.
Go see it. Except for you. You look like the lipstick demon.
Alright. Stay tuned for more reviews eventually.
Yes.
We have a lot more to review.
A lot more. You should see the board of all the movies we've gone to see over the almost 4 years that we've been together.
Even in the past week, we've seen quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll review some more.
Yep.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Whoosh.
Protect me, honey.